let's speak about Mullen Stock, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we are going to be speaking about Mullen. You can see it is an absolute sea of red today in regards to the EV industry and a lot of other stocks in general. Some big tech is doing okay, but EV is having a little bit of a stinky day. But Mullen is currently up about 2.7% as of recording this video. Now that is off the back, obviously, of a considerable downtrend, so not an amazing move by any means. On the 4-hour chart, though, they are still looking considerably oversold, and the 1-day chart is the same. So we're going to be speaking about a couple of things today. One is this, just really quickly. NASDAQ approves the 180-day extension for Mullen Automotive to meet the minimum $1 bid price. So essentially, you don't need to worry about any sort of reverse split for at least 5.5 months or so, we'll put it that way. So that's just one thing. This came out today. Drawbridge hits Mullen with court summons, and this is in regards to some Class E shares they're supposed to be getting that isn't really going the way it should have done. So we're going to speak about should we be worried as Mullen investors in regards to this, or is it just one of those things that happens? Because if you follow pretty much any stock, you always see things like this going on. And then just this article here, Mullen Stock looks ready to shift out of neutral, and that's what I've been speaking about lately on the channel when I have been touching on Mullen Stock. You know, they've been consolidating a little bit. Yes, there has been this extra little bit of downward move here, but with the technicals looking like they're oversold to the max, with the stock being so low in comparison to where it has been trading over the last few months, coming back towards these lows that we got the end of last year, what's going to happen next? So really quickly, guys, could I ask you for an early thumbs up on this video? Helps your boy out an awful lot. I really would appreciate it. I appreciate all the support on the Mullen videos and the rest of the videos since I've come back. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you are doing with Mullen as of right now. And please, my friend, consider subscribing for more content if you end up enjoying today's video. Also, if you are interested in getting some free shares, you can head on over to Webull using the link in the description, sign up, deposit $100, and it really is that simple. So again, NASDAQ has approved that 180-day extension for Mullen to meet the $1 minimum price to stay listed on the NASDAQ. Look, this is standard. We knew this was coming, but it is one less thing to worry about for a little while at least. So Mullen has to trade above $1 a share for a minimum of 10 consecutive business days prior to September 5th, 2023 to stay, you know, compliant here. So if they're below $1 a share by then, you're just going to get a reverse split. That really is all that's going to happen. So nothing crazy whatsoever. Also, Mullen is making a little bit more of a push up just as we record this video. Now, this one here, Mullen Stock, Drawbridge hits Mullen with a court summons. So, Drawbridge Investments and DBI Lease Buyback Servicing have filed a complaint against Mullen Automotive. The two parties allege that Mullen failed to provide them with Series E preferred stock and acted in bad faith. So, this is a bit of an interesting one. It's tough to know how it's going to play out just yet and if it really is going to affect Mullen or not. We're going to have to wait and see. So earlier this week, court findings revealed that these companies had filed a complaint against Mullen in New York. The two parties had helped finance Mullen and alleged that Mullen had not fulfilled its obligations. So obviously serious allegations. On June 17, 2022, Mullen entered into an agreement with the two parties that would see them receive a note with $28.86 million in outstanding principal and accrued interest. Both Mullen and the parties agreed that in exchange for waiving valuable default rights and accepting a $3.5 million discount on the note prior to assignment, Mullen would issue the parties an option to purchase $25 million of newly issued convertible Series E preferred stock. The Series E preferred stock had several strings attached, such as providing 3 warrants to purchase stock per share. So what's really going on here? Following the agreement, Mullen should have delivered the Series E preferred stock by July 17th. On July 22nd, according to the complaint, Mullen sent the two parties a document that lacked certain material terms previously agreed to. So obviously this is going to annoy the complainants here. Then on August 12th, the two parties communicated with Mullen the missing terms, which Mullen did not respond to. And while ghosting the parties, Mullen acted in bad faith by increasing authorized Series D preferred stock by 5x. This reduced the max number of possible authorized Series E stock from several hundred million to less than 10.3 million. So you can see why they're going to be very annoyed here. And then on February 14th, Mullen further aggravated the two parties by announcing a resale of up to 2.5 billion shares. Since we're already 1.7 billion shares outstanding, this meant the two parties could only register 759.96 million shares for resale in connection to the Series E preferred stock and the associated warrants. So honestly, this doesn't look great for Mullen. It really doesn't. And the last thing Mullen needs is to be brought to court and to have to pay out for damages, etc. That really is not what they want right now. They don't exactly have the cash to burn for that. This has caused DBI to become frustrated in its ability to receive and exercise its option, convert to common stock, and receive and exercise its warrants. As a result, it seeks several forms of relief. So the first, obviously, is to receive the Series E preferred stock, which would only be possible if MULN's certificate of incorporation is amended to include these shares. That two parties also seek to restrain MULN from increasing authorized shares for any class of stock, or to have MULN agree to not issue or increase authorized preferred stock until it can deliver the Series E preferred stock and amend its certificate of incorporation. Now, this is going to be very difficult for MULN. This is kind of something that's inevitable with them right now. They need the cash. If the court does not grant specific performance relief, the two parties seek damages of no less than $100 million. So look, it's very difficult to know what's going to actually happen here. We don't know the ins and outs of how the court is going to deal with this, but it does not look fantastic for MULN. Now, these things can literally be dragged out for years and years and years. So maybe that's just what's going to happen. And maybe by then MULN will more than be able to, fix this problem and it won't affect them or their balance sheet as much. But right now, it's not something you want to see as a MULN investor. I'll put it that way. So I want you guys to be aware of this, the fact that this is going on. Oftentimes, I brush things like this off, but this one does seem like something could be coming of it. Now, with that being said, also this article just came out very recently. MULN Stock looks ready to shift out of neutral. MULN Stock is down, but not out, as a major automotive event could attract investor interest, which is, MULN has a lot of interested investors right now. There is also just a lot of people interested in keeping the share price down, selling it, shorting it, etc. Bollinger Motors, we spoke about this in my last MULN video, of which MULN Automotive has a controlling interest, will be a featured exhibitor at Work Truck Week 2023, which is going on right now. We're still waiting to see if we get any huge news out of this, but we will find out very, very soon. Don't ignore their notable achievements. So, come right out with the bad news. During the first quarter of fiscal 23, they incurred a net earnings loss of $376.9 million. And that was more than double the net loss of the year earlier quarter. So this might be a deal breaker for some investors. And I mean, yeah, it definitely is. You got to remember, guys, MULN was once a relatively expensive stock, especially in comparison to where it is now. And over the last year, since losing all that value, it's gone down even further. If you are still open to invest in the MULN stock, though, there are a number of noteworthy achievements to consider. The end of 2022, they had over 100 million in cash and a purchase order for Randy Marion Automotive Group valued at around $200 million. So again, helping the balance sheet here. MULN successfully completed the first leg of its strikingly different US test drive tour. Also, MULN made its initial delivery of the company's MULN Go compact EV to a distribution agent. So, I mean, there are good things happening, and sometimes you do need to keep these in mind. I know when I speak about MULN a lot, I'm speaking about the short term, I'm speaking about, the breaking news, I'm speaking about the trading side of things, we speak about the short squeezes, the short interest, but they are a company at the end of the day with real achievements alongside the bad. Now, what can we expect from Work Truck Week? Okay, so according to the schedule, Bollinger Motors plans to showcase its unstoppable class 4 to 6 electric chassis cabs. Pan noted that Bollinger Motors' B4 chassis cab could make a dent in the commercial trucking industry with its payload of 7,800 pounds and a range of 185 miles. So that's one thing people are really, really waiting to hear about right now, my friends. Now, that's going on. We're going to find out that news as this week goes on. Again, we look at the chart, 4-hour chart here. It doesn't take much to see that we are in that downtrend. But as I did just point out, the RSI is very oversold. I don't know how much longer it can stay at these levels. Look how long the daily has been down here for now. A couple of weeks at older oversold levels. The weekly, the RSI is still all the way down at 37.5 as well. You really would expect an upward move if any sort of good news comes out. And that good news could be from Work Truck Week. So that is what investors should be hoping for, like right now, this very second. That is the next thing that can lead to this company finally making a real nice upward move. But if that is not to happen, if that's not to be the case, we can probably expect some more stagnation. They don't really tend to want to drop below this price. This is a very, very heavy area of support. So it would be quite worrying if they would be to fall, back sub 18 or so. They're not far away at all. You got to keep in mind. So we really would like to see that upward catalyst happen very, very soon. Anyway, my friends, that's just a quick update on MULN and what's going on with them right now. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you enjoyed, please do hit that juicy like button, subscribe for more content, and drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing with your MULN shares. Also, if you do want those free shares over on Webull, click that link in the comment or description down below. Sign up, deposit $100. It's that easy. You get free money. Anyway, guys, I hope to see you for another video very, very soon. Peace.